My name is Rob, and this discussion is a comparison of two school-based substance abuse prevention programs. The first is called DARE, the most famous, and the second is a program called PROSPER. When you're talking about substance abuse prevention, there are some very specific ways one can measure whether the program is actually successful. These include increase in the age of first use, decrease in the incidence of use within a measured period of time, decrease in the days of consecutive use, the decrease in the amount of consumed per incident. That is, every time a person drinks, did they take 1 drink, 5 drinks, 7 drinks? If you see that number go down. Decrease in the total amount consumed in a measured period in the population. So, for example, in a town that originally sold $500 worth, and that's what the kids were drinking, if months later after the program they only sell $200 worth, you know that the program is successful in that way. And there's also a measure of the increase in the days between uses. So if they used every weekend, and after the program they use once a month, you know that there's an increase in those days, and that's a successful measurement. PROSPER is specifically designed to address the downside of DARE. And the downside of DARE is that they actually designed it to have police who don't have teaching experience presenting material shown through research to be counterproductive, because it's based on a faulty premise of what persuades youth to avoid give up drug abuse. Further, that material is copywritten specifically. The material that the police present is copywritten, and it's managed as a profit center by the original authors. So there's an incentive for those authors to avoid any level of scrutiny or change in the materials. Using an existing infrastructure to deliver information, that is, the extension offices in universities, and these are people who are already trained as instructors and teachers, PROSPER then goes out and offers an alternative to DARE, because, again, these are trained instructors and not police officers who are trained to be policemen. PROSPER's prevention researchers offer evidence-based programs designed to improve emotional resilience in children and life skills in families. The theory being that if you improve individual emotional resilience and family life skills, they'll avoid substance abuse, because a lot of people, according to theory, use substances as coping mechanisms. If nothing else, if they use it just for fun or something else, an addictive substance, they'll avoid it because they've got more support and family to help them do that. Substance abuse prevention, however, with PROSPER is actually one of the outcomes of achieving the specific goals. It's not a specific goal in itself. And that's the only real critique that I have about the PROSPER program. The most rigorously studied behaviors aren't substance abuse related. Rather, they're related to the actual buy-in to the program. What they're measuring are not things like the days of consecutive use decreasing, or the increased age of first use. What they're measuring are things like the number of dollars that they managed to get into the program and keep there from one year to the next, or the number of days people attended the program and the number of people who finished the program. Studies then on substance abuse prevention topics, these things that we talked about at the beginning, they're done through PROSPER, and they're topics that we can show effect through the PROSPER programs, but they're not the target of PROSPER itself. Its target is increased emotional resilience and family life skills. And the only other, and it's a minor complaint about the PROSPER program, when you look at their webpage, they promise that there is a menu of evidence-based, rigorously determined scientific methods to improve resilience, improve family life skills. And in fact, what there are 4 programs, 2 for community and 2 for the school. And so when you're looking at a menu and the choices are A and B and then 1 and 2, you can have A1, A2, or B1 and B2, and that's 4 choices, and that's not much of a menu. I know it's a minor nitpicky complaint, but that's what critique I can find in PROSPER. Other than that, legitimately, it is a well-designed program based on theory, using well-designed interventions that, once studied, work. Thanks.